Alrighty, this next reading is for codename Red. This is for Red. You got a double 7, the cross in front of your tarot here, the Angel Tarot. Your first one is the 7 of Air. This is dealing with someone where plans need to be revised, someone with light eyes. Excuse me, darker color here. There's definitely more that's going on than meets the eye. Unfortunately, this is some poor timing, which complements the other card that crosses over it. There's decision makings that need to happen. The need to do more research. So stop procrastinating. And because if you're procrastinating in one thing, to move ahead with something else, hence the 9 of Air, which is the card below you, is letting you know that to stop expecting the worst all the time. Sometimes when we manifest to expect the worst, because that way if the worst thing doesn't happen, it's that much better, when actually you're breaking the law of attraction, you're manifesting the worst. And if that comes from a root of you, whether your home environment growing up, maybe it might have been like Leave It to Beaver Cleaver, but it wasn't the best on the inside, it's letting you know to make sure that you're not making your current situation suffer for the root of what you have been through. I mean, it's okay to put past experiences in the back of our head about past experiences in life, but that doesn't necessarily, it's more like footnotes. It's not necessarily a whipping post for the new ones to come into our life. Also recognize if you are, being abusive to yourself, basically. If you're tolerating too much, then what needs to be tolerated, because there's really no need for it, especially if you don't see anything changing. But also make sure that you're not manifesting it for yourself. So make sure that you have a grip on past emotions, because water, which is the 7 of water here, that's the west, that's the past, and it has to do with past situations that is causing current obstacles, which that's why you have the 7 of Air, and the 7 of Air is for future, east, air. And because below you, the 9 of Air, again, light eyes, darker color hair, expecting the worst, you're basically creating your own sleepless nights. Sometimes we don't want to face certain things within ourselves, and sometimes we don't want to face certain things within others. So again, and how that applies to you in your life, you'll understand where that is coming from, because in the past, a unity, number 5, this is letting you know that traditional viewpoints and methods are in need. That basically means get back and buckle down to gratitude. Because sometimes we take, like an example, like when the Catholic Church was exposed, a lot of people lost faith, and a lot of people forgot that there's still a spirit. The spirit just didn't rely in a religion. It relies within yourself. And so it's just a reminder to you to make sure that you don't let past things suffer. Like, someone that could be very angry with the Catholic Church for the way, maybe they were mistreated the wrong way by someone in the Catholic Church, so they choose to never be, positive. They just look at anything that's positive that was portrayed to them actually in a negative form. They might hold it as a grudge, and sometimes we'll hold it subconsciously in other areas of our life, and we might not be able to see it right away. So the best thing I'm telling you right now is make sure that you seek out like-minded people, get yourself more healing, do some aromatherapy, get to writing, do some type of art. If you're good with craft, anything with your hands, when you do things with your hands all the time, you're able to get a lot of those inner demons out. So that's one step forward into that, because what you're currently going through is a very strong life experience. Life experience is a reminder that what is going on at the moment is definitely a life event, whether you like it or not. This is a must needed. It needs to happen. It's going to bring a powerful revelation, which will lead to stronger courage in future events in your life. And trust and believe this is the time to spread your wings. The Justice, which is towards your future, if you're worried about financial matters or receiving any type of justice that's due to you, and do what you can right now, basically. It's just kind of like whatever is going on, stand up for yourself. Don't be pushed around. Make sure that you have your beliefs. If some people try to, example, girlfriend back at home, ex-husband locked her up because of her beliefs, because he had that control, because he was married to her. So if you're in a similar situation like that where you feel there's certain things you can't talk about because it's going to infringe you on other areas, maybe it might be time to just be humble for a little bit. 5 of Fire, this is how you should be seeing yourself. It's either describing yourself, it's someone with red or blonde hair. It's letting you know that you might be a little bogged down with conflicts with others because you lack detail. Not you lack detail, like you lack the information of detail. Like you could be very aggravated with the situation, like what the hell's going on here. It will surface very soon. And it might lead to competing goals, but competing goals is just due to a lack of confidence. So don't get caught up in that shit. It's not worth it because the 7's in your house. And again, you're going to find yourself in another situation defending your beliefs. And you have to make sure that you stand your ground. Make sure you choose your battles wisely. Because sometimes, no matter how independent we were in the past, you know, we can shoot off at the mouth, and sometimes the other person can overpower you, and that can be a real shitty situation. So pick and choose your battles, because you will win the war, and defend your beliefs. You know, that's the best thing I can say. But hold your ground. Because your hopes and fears card, you have the World card. You actually have more people backing you up in your environment than you can possibly imagine. You're surrounded by Saint Michael. Joy and contentment is on its way. Sometimes we sit there and we wait for a sign when actually we need to be the sign and do the sign. And just make sure that you keep your path of enlightenment. A lot of people forget that some people pray only when things are low. And hence people forgetting gratitude. And that is also a form of prayer and, you know, thanks. So hence the balance. Make sure you have your balance. Above you is the Hermit outcome card. This is a time for you to basically, it's about the time about sitting back, chilling out, you know, learn about yourself. You're going to have a few epiphanies, and it's going to be alright. It might make you cry, it might make you laugh, it might make you do both. But right now the Hermit mode is a very much need, especially if it pops out as an outcome card. That just basically means get your own personal ducks aligned in your head, get the root of your foundation together before you move on. And because you'll be that much stronger because of the situation. And right now it's definitely a spiritual time of self-discovery. And the dice that I rolled here shows an individual dealing. You got the West, which is water, and it's letting you know you're dealing with issues of the past. And you also got the Nose, the Witch's nose. Be careful who you butt your nose in, or who you let butt their nose in your business. Because some people can't appear like they really want to help you, but they'll be the first ones to shit-talk your business. And when they shit-talk your business, it can, you know, it's like, really? Did you just shit-talk my business and I came to you for help? You know, it's like they'll help you, but they'll, like, use your situation as drama. I've had that happen more than once, and it can suck, but you peep out some friends. And drastic changes is on its way. And whether you like it or not, it's coming. It's a must-needed thing that needs to happen. Okay, sweetheart? Other than that, that's your reading. Thank you so much. Namaste.